Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. Today, we're going to talk about former Quinn players moving on as the Lions move forward. And we got a bunch of things today. But first, before I do anything else, I got to bring back from the COVID shot. Boy, those things will tear you up, man. But here he is, the man of steel himself. Welcome back, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Hey, thank you for all the well wishes. Before we get the show started, I really appreciate that. Turner C. Bailey reached out to me and told me to boss up and ball out and be the best version of me that I could be. And I really appreciate that. Thank you, everyone, for checking in on me. But I am back. I am 100% and I am ready to go. So let's get this thing started
right now.
There you go. Welcome back to the show, people. Now we're going to talk about who has left the building. Former Quinn players continue to move out in droves. There are only a few left on the roster as far as free agents and people we actually drafted. So first up, we're going to look at Mohamed Sanu. Now, this was a free agency signing by Bob Quinn. And, you know, I like Mohamed Sanu. He did a decent job while he was at Detroit. So he's not a tip your way in the way out guy. He's a safe travels guy. So I wish him all the best of luck out there in 49er land. So who else you got leaving?
Well, it's like former cornerback Darryl Roberts is also leaving. He's going to the Washington football team. Happy trails, Darryl Roberts. Actually thought he could have helped this team, but hey, you know, they are getting rid of everybody except Don Muhlbach, I think, is the guy that's going to be here forever. He survived more regimes than anyone in history, I think. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Mule is one of those. He's like an amoeba. He's never going to leave the ecosystem.
That cockroach, you can't kill him.
Yeah, he's going to be around for. I mean, but it is what the guys are good. I mean, I think he's had one like faux pas in his time as a long snapper for the Lions, and that was like his rookie season.
I think there's some fans that say before there's no winning until Don Muhlbach leaves, like he's cursed or something.
Nah,
I've heard
the Lions. The Lions been losing way before Don Muhlbach.
And during.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on. This is really cool. Jessica Lamore. I don't know how to pronounce that name because we butcher names. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Larmony, something like that. Yeah.
I say it Larmony because it looks like
Opens
Harmony.
Doors, blazing trails as Detroit Lions scout operations manager. Mm-hmm. She was at this meeting or whatever, Women's Career in Football Forum. Mm-hmm. And so she started doing this under Bob Quinn. And now she's doing it with Brad Holmes, who also spoke at this year's event. And it's instrumental in the Lions organizational scouting process, Laramie is. And she's made it her purpose to champion diversity and inclusion in women's sports. So a lot of the Lions onboarding of female managers and workers for the Lions comes from this conference, and she is championing that. And I want to give the Lions again credit for their focus on diversity, their focus on women in sports. And I think it needs to be more inclusive. It's just it's what you have inside more than what you have on the outside for me.
Yeah, I did this as the Dessert with Curt earlier a couple of weeks ago, and she is one of the people who's definitely instrumental in how the Lions operate as far as the scouting department. You know, she does all their when they go out on trips, and she does all their coordinations, and then she works directly with Brad Holmes. And when the players come in, she makes sure that the contracts are straight before they are signed, and she brings them in. She sets up the press conferences and everything like that. So she working with Amon Edwards, the guy who's the PR guy over there, the public relations guy and the media person. So she works with all those guys and making sure the players are set up for success when they come into the building. So she does a remarkable job. as that role, and she's one of the only women, especially who are women of color or minorities, in that role in the league. So she is definitely a cut above of what most people think women's roles should be in the NFL. And that's really sad because some people, they just look at them and they think they're just women and they can't do the job, but they're fully capable of helping run an organization. And we see more coaches, and we're just going to see, where it's on the merit of the person and not, their gender or the color of their skin.
Absolutely, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk about this on Friday with me and you. So they had this big trade and a couple of big trades where the draft order has been kind of changed up. And now we have San Francisco moves up, Miami jumps ahead of us. It's kind of a weird situation. I haven't seen this before where people jockey in positions like this.
It was weird. Like, it was because Miami traded out of their slot at number 3, and then so they give it to the 49ers. Yep. And then they want to get back into the top 10. So they trade with Philadelphia for their number 6 pick. Yep. And then they go back to 12, which is their crazy 49ers original position. So it's like 49ers go from 12 to 3, and then Miami says, I don't want to be at 12, so I want to get back in the top 10. So they use some of their draft capital they have from the Laramie Tunsil deal, and they go back up into the top 10 at number 6 right before us. So it is an interesting turn of events. It's, you don't see a lot of jockeying this far out from the draft.
No, you don't. This is very unusual.
Yes, we're a month out from the draft, and we have all this jockeying and positioning. So it's going to turn out to be an interesting draft day. But then what does that mean for the Lions? And who drops to the Lions out of that top 10? Where does Miami go? Are they settled with Tua? Are they going to draft a quarterback did they go back in the top 10 to get a quarterback? Or did they top in to get
a weapon?
A weapon for Tua. So it's interesting to see. And then you still have some people that, especially a couple of quarterbacks that may be on the move on draft day. Russell Wilson, Sam Darnold. I mean, there's still some moves to be made. I like
and maybe
the fact
Tua
that
in Miami.
Tua, yeah, that's true.
It's possible.
But who does that? And that's what makes it so interesting for us, is that who does that leave us to draft coming up? Like, are we going to be in the Sewell market where he may be dropping down to us at number 7?
That would be amazing for us.
That would be crazy.
That would be, I would be on the clock for about 2.5 seconds. I would hand the ticket to Brashad Perriman and have him run up to the podium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the blazing speed. It's because it would
unless he drops the card.
Yeah. What is that? Oh, that's good. That's a good shot. But it would be one of those, like, Detroit Lions are on the clock. Detroit, the pick is in.
The pick is in. It's 2 seconds in.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is so weird because what did San Francisco move up for? My idea is quarterback. Who's the quarterback? In my opinion, this sounds really weird because I think they could have got him at 12, but Mac Jones, I think, might be.
You're talking about for the 49ers?
For the 49ers.
He had a really good pro day. He did. Yep. He had a really good pro day. And he fits their kind of system.
But I mean, there's also drop back quarterback Fields. There's so many quarterbacks up there to take at number 3. The Jets, what do? Do they still believe in Sam Darnold? If they do, they're getting a weapon or a tackle. Is that where Sewell goes, number 2?
You know what? It's something that tells me that they're going to draft Zach Wilson.
Wow.
If you look at how he interacted with the Jets at his pro day, I think he's going to be the number 2 pick overall and go to the Jets. Something about that, and I think that Darnold is dealt on draft day.
So we have to do another mock draft now since the thing is all screwed up.
Yes, we got to do another mock draft. Definitely.
So maybe I think we're going to do that on Friday. I think we're going to try that on
Mike
Friday.
and Rachel. Maybe we can do a Lions a Lions only draft. We'll do like the first. We'll do the first 4 rounds.
Yeah, there you go.
What I'm saying? If we get all 4 of us in there, we can do the first 4 rounds. That's just an idea. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments of.
Yeah, let us know what you think. And what he means by that,
think?
I hope, is that we're just doing the Lions picks. We're not doing
we're just doing the Lions picks. No, just the Lions picks for the first 4 rounds,
right?
Or first 4 picks of the draft. So we can do that. That'll be fun. You know,
I think that'd be interesting. See what you guys want.
Yeah,
do you want another first round or top 10 picks that we do, or do you want to do all the Lions picks up to the 4th round? Let us know in the comments below. We got some big announcements here coming up soon too. Maybe I want to make one of those right now before we get into anything else. Is for our gold members, Wednesday at 1:00, we're gonna have a Zoom meeting for all of our gold members. So you're gonna be able to go in and talk to us face to face if you choose. If you don't, use an icon or an avatar, that's fine too. And we're gonna chat about the Detroit Lions. You can bring your questions and all that stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're doing that Wednesday at 1:00 so that you guys all know. So I just wanted to make that announcement. Got big things cooking, and can't really talk about those yet, but we got some big things cooking right now. So if you've noticed, we're kind of exhausted.
Now let's, before we kind of move on, let's talk about this. We talk about news and rumors, and we had the league news came out with the ultimate kind of get off my lawn moment.
Yeah.
Right? So NFL legend Ray Lewis says he's unhappy with the state of the league. The essence of the game is leaving. In the first half of the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs were flagged 8 times, enough for Hall of Famer Ray Lewis to turn off the TV in frustration. I can't watch it. It's just he's flabbergasted. I don't even want to watch this.
I can't watch this.
Come on, man. You know what? I'm gonna say this. It's your dang on job to watch it. So are you gonna give inside the NFL their money back? Are you gonna step away from that job? Are you gonna step out of the broadcast booth because you just can't watch football? Come on, man. Get out of here. We've had enough. The game evolves. It changes. It's not the same. The game isn't the same when you played Ray Lewis as what it was in the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah, we're not wearing leather helmets anymore, dude.
Come on, man. You come on. You can come better than that, bro. You can come better than that. It is what it is. I mean, the league is what it's going to be. It is transformed into a more of a wide open spread league. And when you have that, you are going to have probably a disproportionate amount of penalties because everybody's kind of spread out. It's not close contact combat where everybody can kind of get away with holding and all this stuff like that, or snatching people by the neck, in the middle of the doggone scrums. And that's not that kind of game anymore. You have to look at it. Ray Lewis, the game is evolving. Hey man, either watch it, turn it off, and walk away.
I guess he's going to MMA. I heard something about he's going to go do stuff and promote MMA now.
Okay, well, hey, go ahead, man. Good. Put you up there, man.
You know what? On with your bad self.
Hey, there is a league that you can go to. It's north of the border. It may be a little bit cold, so you might want to bundle up a little bit. But the CFL is always hiring, man. You can go up there and
CFL might be merging with the XFL. I had heard.
Yeah, I heard that, and it's one of those things that The Rock is, definitely a big proponent of. Him and his ex-wife manager are taking on that venture with the XFL and the CFL. So that's going to be good. So maybe it might change some things. So
if you smell what the XFL is cooking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Know your role, bro. That's one thing maybe Ray Lewis may need to know. He may need to know his role. Know your role, man. Because come on, man, you can't. That is the get off my lawn moment. It is what it is, man. This game is changing and evolving. One thing that's always constant in life is change.
That's the truth.
The game is going to change, and it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same as it was. Now, I agree with him on one point. I don't like the referees being as involved as, sometimes it, changes the game. And we've, as Detroit Lions fans, know this point all too well. How the referees can dictate the game. The referees are supposed to be there to manage the game, but when the referees become part of the game, and it's an issue for teams winning and losing, because based on what the refs are doing, then that's an issue. But other than that, come on, man, get out of here.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That thing about us at number 7, and speaking of change and evolving, it's really getting interesting now to see what we're going to do at 7 with the Micah Parsons news, with him running the 4.3 and 4.39 and all this stuff, and Dan Campbell um, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes both went down to see him his pro day. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a smokescreen, or do you think he's a legit candidate at number 7?
Micah Parsons, he could be. Now, we talked about this a little while ago. We talked about how he was being compared to Jared Davis, and then now some people are saying no, he rises them more of a Devin White, which I would definitely take a Devin White over a Jared Davis. Now, I'm saying that Davis is a bad player. I think Davis was just underutilized and used wrongly in Detroit. What a lot of players on that, because if you look at his first year under Patricia, he was a sack monster. He was definitely getting after the quarterback. They kind of used him, and then they could just kind of change his roles around. And the next, the guy's a former first-round draft pick, and he's playing special teams. He's trying to get in where he fits in because he was just underutilized. I mean, to be honest with you, there was no reason for me to ever see Tavai on the field before Jared Davis.
I agree.
Never should have happened.
And the thing is, though, moving forward, I don't know. I think of either of the tackles there, I take them first. I know there was some comments that have been given to us, like, why would you take a tackle? Because we don't have any wide receivers. I don't think this is a 1-year build. I think this is a 3-year build. So get the best guy you can moving forward. Solidifying that offensive line is huge for me. Pitts is a nice piece if you can get him. Jamar Chase is a nice piece. But wide receivers are plentiful in this draft, and I think that we could get a wide receiver. I think one of our biggest needs is safety at this point.
Yeah, actually, I would definitely agree with that. And the reason why we say offensive line, because if you've looked at what I said in our only mock draft, I picked Slater at number 7. It's just to solidify that offensive line, and that's something that we want to do. The Lions want to be a run-first team. Anthony Lynn, Deuce Staley, they want to be a run-first, play-action pass type of team, and you need to be able to run the ball effectively. And we know we have a gaping hole on that right side of the offensive line. So you stick him in at right tackle, and then you move in Big V to guard, and there you go. But I don't understand the confusion about why we would want to pick an offensive lineman in the first round. So
just because they don't feel we have the weapons that Jared Goff might need.
Dude, if you look at this draft is so you can find a quality wide receiver at any round in this draft.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, any four into like even going down to like the 4th or 5th round, the 6th round, even maybe you maybe even find an undrafted free agent that's a quality wide receiver in this draft. So
now
wide receiver talent.
I don't think we're
deep.
done in free agency at the safety position, maybe even the linebacker position. I think we're still going to be looking for a couple guys. There's not be big name guys, of course, but I still think we got a couple people in mind. We had been hosting a couple safeties. We didn't get those. We didn't get the one linebacker we're looking at. So, we kind of swing and a miss on a couple people so far. But I think that we're still looking. I don't think that door is closed yet on free agency for those two positions.
Definitely.
And they're still great. There's still really good people out there.
They are. There's one guy that I'm interested in. Trey Boston is out there. That's safety. I would love to bring in Trey Boston for kick of tires. Maybe even a 1-year prove it deal. Because right now that big money contracts are gone now. So
they're gone.
It's going to be a 1-year prove it deal, and I like the fact that he's he's still young. He's big body guy. He still has plenty left in the tank. So bring him in.
Yeah, that's what one guy I would like. Free agency is that we're going to have a lot of 1-year, 2-year deals, prove it deals, cheap deals, and stuff like that, and that's what's happened here.
And think about this. Even when we fill the camp rosters after that stuff is done, you're gonna have the camp cuts and things of that nature. So people still it's free agency is by far no means over whatsoever.
Nope, don't think so yet. Not
Nah,
quite.
no, not
Anyway,
quite.
let's go to the Wall of Fame. And Curt, who's on that Wall of Fame today? We got somebody new on the Wall of
Man,
Fame today.
let's check it out. We got Northwest Ken. Man, I love that name. All right, Art Allen, Bubba Bo, Midwest Lion, Detroit Drew, and a new person on the bronze membership list is Turner Burley, the new member. Thanks, Turner. Thanks, Turner Burley. We appreciate that. And then in the silver realm, we have Gold Lions. You know we do, and then Enormous J. And then gold, we have Mike. Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, Gridiron Blitz, and the Doctor is always in. Dr. Detroit is who we have to round out our Detroit Lions on the Prowl Wall of Fame.
Now we're going to go to Detroit Lions on the Prowl trivia. And the question yesterday, or Friday's question, was what was the name of the Detroit Lions player who played backup to Chris Spielman and replaced him as a starter? Do you know that one? I'm just going to ask you real quick. If you don't know it, that's cool.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know that one.
Stephen Boyd.
Oh, I remember Stephen Boyd.
Yeah,
yes,
Stephen Boyd.
I remember Stephen Boyd. That's
if you want to participate in our Detroit Lions trivia, it's on Twitter and it's on Facebook. And if you get the first one right, we will mention you in a comment like I'm going to do right now. The winners were Jeff Anderson for Twitter and Pete Ledesma once again for Facebook. That dude, he's smart, man. He gets a lot of these. So kudos to him. And now we're going to go to comment cards and what you had to say on Friday's video. Weston Rewa says, I think what the Lions are doing can be seen as a win-win for their situation. If the players don't work out, we're not stuck with them. If they surprise everyone produce, we can try to hang on to them going forward. Yeah, that's very good. We could have some diamonds in the roughs on these one-year players, but you never know. You know, I think that's a good take. What do you think, Curt?
Yeah. It's the 1 year prove it deals, and you know you got, and we talked about this. It's I think they're getting what they want and the players that they're getting, not who they want, but they can turn into who they want if they produce.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Flaming Sword of Truth. Oh my God, I just love that name.
I do too.
The first time I came across this channel and I see Rachel, that was enough for me to subscribe. Well, thank you. Rachel rocks. She does. And that's one thing. She is awesome. Rachel Marie Sports. She comes over as a member of the DSA as well. And we are glad to have her as a member of the team. Rachel is awesome. I know we're gonna see her most likely on Fridays, maybe some Wednesdays, but Fridays is going to be the day that she's going to be on. So check back in on Friday, or just watch every day.
And then you never know who we're going to have here.
Yeah, just watch every day. All right, what you got next, Jim?
Anthony Berardi, trade back at 7. Whatever they do, they should steer clear of Micah Parsons. It's too bad, but I don't trust him to walk a straight line. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, we've had players in the past that have scared teams off for character issues. One comes to mind for me is Randy Moss. And we picked Terry Fair above Randy Moss that year.
Yep.
Because of character concerns. So, hey, you never know.
You know what? And if you ever get a chance to go out and check out his 30 for 30 on Rand University, and this tells him about, where he's from and, the things that happened to him. So, I think for him, it was because I never remember Randy Moss ever getting in trouble in the league at all.
No. But he had character concerns. That's why he dropped so far.
Yeah, because it was the case that was haunting him in high school. That's why he didn't end up going to Notre Dame. He ended up going to Marshall because of a certain thing that happened to him while he was in high school. You know what? You just can't judge that stuff just based off what you think. To be honest with you, I'd say the same thing about Zach Wilson. I don't trust him. And people he's a golden child, you know what I'm saying? I don't trust him because I hear things about his attitude and things about him being a prima donna. So
it could be.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand what you're saying, Anthony, but it is what it is. Theodore Kerr. Man, you know how we do it. I like the idea of the best player available for a change. Love the show. I like the idea of trading down, but only for a haul. May not get a 7 in the near future. Hope not. Yeah, we want to be picking later on in the draft. That means that we're doing pretty good. So, uh, yeah,
I want to pick 32 at least once.
yeah. Come on now, man.
And
One,
that's
you know what I'm
not
saying?
because there's expansion teams or anything like
Yeah,
that. No, I
30,
want to win a
30.
Super Bowl here.
Yep, yep.
Thank you for loving the show too. That was really cool. I
We
appreciate that.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Thomas Donner says all free agent signings are valued by the cost, no more than $4 million per year. So yeah, that's true. You know, we haven't overpaid anybody, I don't think.
Mm-mm. Yeah, not even close. Mm-mm.
Sounds good.
C. Perry says, I hear it's talk with Washington on a trade for that number 7 pick. Oh, you hearing more stuff than me because I definitely haven't
I
heard
didn't
that one.
hear
But
that either.
yeah,
So
but
that's
okay.
something that's news to me as
Oh,
well.
hey,
Where's
if
Washington picking? What are they? 19th?
yeah, because they won a division, so they were a playoff team, so that's where I think that's
So
where they start.
it's just like Chicago for me. They got to give us a lot to get up to
Yeah,
7.
they're
You're
gonna
moving
have
up
to.
7 spot,
Yeah,
you're
it's
moving
gonna
up a
be
lot. 7,
yeah.
12 spots. Then
Mhm.
yeah, you need to give me a lot.
Just
Yeah, no,
because
no,
you look
no.
at what the 49ers gave up just to go up to number 3 from number 12. So that's 9 spots. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Question of the day today is what positions still need to be addressed, guys? What do you think? I mean, we've done a lot of moves in free agency. I know a lot of people aren't satisfied with the wide receiver position, safety position, linebacker position, offensive line, maybe even need another running back. So let me know what positions you think still need to be
Yeah.
addressed by our Detroit Lions. And
Yeah.
now we come to my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my returning man, Curt.
All right, the dessert for today is the Lions and Ford Field are using the Ford Field as a COVID vaccination site. So they've done a lot of things before. Field was a voting center at for last election, and now it's a COVID site. But I want to share one thing for me is that here's my COVID vaccine card. It is filled out. Had my 2 doses of the Pfizer, and I encourage everyone to go out and do their part. If you want to have fans in the stands, this is maybe one of the things that's going to get fans back in the stands. If you look at Major League Baseball, and this was posted by Dave Burkett over the weekend, I know the Mets are requiring their fans when they open their stadium, they have to be vaccinated to get into the stadium. They have to have their 2 doses. So there may be something where the league may be doing that. Even with reduced occupancy of the stadium, they want fans to come in and see if they can get vaccinated. And we have enough time before the NFL season starts that could happen. And if just do your part to protect yourself and to protect others, and I'm a person with pre-existing conditions, and I made sure it was important for me to protect my family, and I got vaccinated myself. So shout out to the healthcare workers that are doing that, and the soldiers on Fort Bragg that vaccinated me. They are wonderful, wonderful individuals. They work hard, and kudos to those guys. And a very secret tip: the captain that did my intake for my second shot played against Calvin Johnson in high school.
Oh, wow.
So it was crazy, weird. He's
That
from
is cool.
Georgia. He played against. He saw all my Lion stuff I had on and all my stuff all over my car. And he was like, "Oh man, I played against Calvin in high school." And he said he was a wonderful athlete back then. And he said that he was the most freak and most crazy athletic person on the field, where all the quarterback did for Calvin Johnson was throw the ball up in the air, just like Matthew Stafford, and he wouldn't got it. So
Yeah, that's cool. My final thoughts for today rest with someone who's not here today, and that is who? Coach Jones.
Coach
Who?
Jones,
Coach
Coach
Jones.
Jones.
We wish you a speedy recovery. He has contracted COVID, and
Mhm.
we're just waiting on his triumphant return back to the show. But we're just giving him enough time to rest, relax, and whatever he needs to do to get himself right. Just our thoughts and everything is with Mike as he goes through this.
Yeah, he'll be doing better. He went through a couple of days where it was kind of rough, so hopefully we can get Mike well and get him back in the broadcast booth with us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Yeah, my thoughts are thoughts and prayers are with Mike as well, and again I want to thank everyone for all their well wishes and looking out for a brother while he was out. So I really appreciate that. But I'm back and I'm better than ever. So uh, it is time to go ahead for us to get on out of here. But you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, join the family, subscribe to the channel. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And go over to check us out on bellyupsports.com. They have a ton of podcasts over there for you to check out and some great articles by some terrific writers over there on that website. And you can listen to the audio version of this show right over there on bellyupsports.com. And you can listen to them on what? Skull Candy headphones. You can get a discount on some great audio products from Skull Candy in the description below, and a portion of the sales from that link go to help us grow this channel. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, answer the question of the day. All of this helps us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. It is Monday. It is Monday. We are getting closer to the draft. We are right under 30 days away from the NFL draft, and it is an exciting time for us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And as you go about your day, be kind to one another, love one another, and treat one another with respect. And whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do. You got to bounce up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man Jim, right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, this is Curt Steele. We will holler at you real soon.